Welcome to the Prep Talk Podcast, your go-to safe space for real conversations on HIV awareness, prevention, and empowerment. Because when we talk, we protect. Hello everyone!
Hello!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Kung nasan ka man sa mundo, welcome to you. Welcome to you! Hello again, my name is Ace Castañeda and I am joined by my lovely co-host and partner.
Hello, I'm Lawrence. I'm so glad to be here for our episode of the Prep Talk.
Yes. So today is a very, very special day because it's our first episode of the Prep Talk, brought to us by Love Yourself mismo. But Lawrence, what is this podcast all about again ba talaga?
So, ang Prep Talk nga is, again, as mentioned by you before, it is powered by Love Yourself. So, in this podcast, we really aim to bring out really informative information and as well as empowering conversations to the table in regards to HIV, AIDS, and HIV prevention. Tapos, aside from that, kasi alam naman dapat dati na yung information talaga with these topics like HIV and AIDS, parang anlaganap na siya. So, parang maganda na we're very aware with this and we're bringing it here to this podcast.
Totoo. And, well, in other words, this podcast, para lang siyang safe space para sa ating lahat. Kasi yun nga, like what Lawrence said, ang ganitong mga usapan, very taboo siya in society.
Especially here in the Philippines.
Yes, especially in our country, which is the Philippines. Oh, katrio! So parang, syempre, we want to create, yun nga, a safe space for everyone to just tune in and to have conversations like this. So parang, kunyari ngayon, nagchichika-chika lang tayo. Parang
very
yun yung vibe
casual.
niya. Very casual yung vibe niya. Oo. So, ayun. And, yun nga, for this podcast, we're here, again, to learn more about HIV and AIDS, kung ano ba talaga siya.
Right.
Para, yun nga, ma-normalize natin yung mga gantong usapan. And, why do we have to learn more about this?
Kasi, syempre, parang, as nasabi ko kanina, parang maganda na din na we're very aware with this because alam naman natin with like the recent data na parang kahit na ang daming nagiging resources na open sa atin, parang hindi pa rin nagbabago yung parang cases of HIV, especially here sa country natin na parang pataas pa rin siya kahit na sobrang accessible na ng mga ganong klaseng resources, diba? So parang, ayun nga, through this podcast, we really hope to bring these types of information from wherever you are or wherever you're listening to this podcast na parang maging, ayun nga, sabi nga, safe space for everyone to tune in and listen to this podcast.
Yes.
So, etong podcast nga to, diba? Given that it is our very first episode, our pilot episode, syempre before we delve into the more complex side of HIV and AIDS, syempre kailangan muna natin alamin ang pinaka-basics or kumbaga ang ating HIV 101. So, ano nga bang mga terminologies or other basic information that we should know before delving into the other more complex topics of HIV.
And with that, yun nga, like nabanggit ni Lawrence, mga terminologies and yung mga basic or general descriptions.
Right.
We're also gonna be tackling yung mga personal stories, ganon, yung mga stories ng mga ibang tao, just to have an insight on kung ano ba talaga yung mga nararanasan nila.
We're putting ourselves in their shoes or their perspective, kumbaga. So, ayun na nga, given that we're talking about HIV and HIV prevention, as I mentioned earlier, powered nga to by Love Yourself. So, ano nga ba ang Love Yourself or our organization? Ano nga ba to?
So, Love Yourself PH is a non-profit organization in the Philippines. So, non-gov siya, which aims or is dedicated to HIV awareness, prevention, testing and treatment, as well as overall sexual health and mental well-being. The organization provides free and confidential HIV testing, counseling, PrEP and PEP services, and support programs for people living with HIV and people living without HIV. So, actually, everyone.
Lahat talaga nasasakop
lahat ng
ng
tao.
Love Yourself. So, parang pakinggan mo pa lang, sobrang bigatin na, di ba? Ang daming kinds of services na ina-offer ng Love Yourself. So, it's really great that we have these types of services that's very accessible to us
Yeah.
or the different communities that are or that are interested in taking part of their services. Tapos, aside from that, syempre, ang Love Yourself also wishes to promote LGBTQ plus empowerment kasi parang etong mga community centers nila, parang nagiging safe space na kasi you can access information as well as healthcare services in a non-discriminatory environment or kumbaga wala kang stigma kasi parang
Oo.
when you're in that space, alam ng tao ng mga pinagdadaanan with people with HIV. So parang there's really care put into these types of situations or places, 'di ba? Tapos aside from that, because nagpa-partner nga ang Love Yourself with or other government agencies as well as advocacy groups para ma-empower yung mga tao na magkaroon ng basically awareness, 'di ba? Sa ganitong klaseng topic. So parang very accessible nga to sa mga kung sino-sino man. Tapos kung gusto lang nila malaman about HIV-related services, syempre nandiyan ang Love Yourself para doon.
Oo. Well said. Wala na akong babaguhin doon. So, ayun. And actually, this podcast is in line with Love Yourself's newest campaign, which is Love Strong and Free Beyond HIV. Say it with me. Love Strong and Free Beyond HIV. Diba?
Wow.
So, you guys are in for a treat. Ito na yon. Ito na yung parang moment. Pero like, ayun. So, just tune in and have a seat, get your drinks, get your snacks or whatever. And ayun, makichika lang tayo. Ganun.
So before we proceed to more information-heavy topics, mag-introduce muna tayo, di ba? Kung sino nga ba talaga tayo.
Oo. Sino nga ba naman talaga tayo para bang... Hindi, pero ayun. Okay, so sino magsimula? Ako na lang. Okay.
Ikaw na lang, sige.
Sige. My name is Ace Castañeda from the land of the City of Stars. City of Stars.
Enchanted Kingdom.
Tama si... Hindi naman Enchanted Kingdom. Para bang... Hindi, taga-QC lang ako, guys. So, hello, I am Ace Castañeda ulit. I am a 4th year student in the University of Santo Tomas. I am taking advertising arts in the College of Fine Arts and Design.
Wow.
And actually, guys, sobrang, kasi nagtitesis na ako. So,
4th year nga ba naman? Thesis year.
Oo, tsaka parang solo lang siya. Nag-rat. Nag-rat.
Ito pala yung safe space. Naging rant space.
Kaya nga eh. Parang rant space talaga to, Chari. Pero ayun, yun lang naman. I guess I would say some hobbies of mine would be playing volleyball, ganon. As in, nung high school pa lang ako, isa na din talaga yun sa mga passion ko. Siguro, nag-gym din ako.
Wow.
Pero hindi ako gym rat, ah. Charing!
Saktang gym lang.
Oo, wala na tayong time doon kasi thesis
na.
Tapos, ano ba? Ano mga mahihilig ko ngayon? Mga movies, ganyan. Watching movies with you, of course. Charing. Pero, yan, mga horror movies and stuff like that. Pero parang, yun lang muna ibibigay ko sa inyo. Kasi, saka na, sa next episode,
there's
kailangan
more
nyo
to
abangan.
learn. So, tune in talaga.
How about you? Ikaw naman.
Ako
Introduce
naman, again, I'm Lawrence. I'm a student from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. I am a 3rd year student taking hotel, restaurant, and institution management. So, ngayon, parang 3rd year pa lang, ang dami-dami ng ginagawa because we're very busy having events. So, there's really a lot of things that we're doing in our course. Pero ngayon naman, super fun. And parang na-apply ko na din siya in my personal life because one of my favorite hobbies right now is baking. Because like, di ba may mga times na ginagawa kita ng mga bake. Ganon. So parang I really like making things for the people I love.
Guys,
Tapos,
sobrang sarap na mga goodies niya. Kaya, pagtanda, pero parang balak namin mag-open ng business. So, isa din yun, abangan nyo. Anong dapat tawag natin sa mga cookies na yun?
Parang wala pa. Let's
Fine.
keep on the lookout.
Go.
Charing.
Sige.
And then, pero aside from baking, of course, I like going to the gym. Pero lately, wala din akong time. So, aside from that, I spend my time, halos nagdo-doom scroll lang talaga ako sa TikTok as in hobby ko na yun.
Oo, ang dami niyang pinagsisend sa akin ng mga pusa.
Pinaka-favorite ko ngayon si Queen Fiani.
Sino yun?
Parang, malalaman mo. Alam mo naman yun.
Sino
ko.
yun?
Si Queen Fiani, yung kumakanta. Di mapigilan.
Fiani. Hindi ba si F. Yang yun?
Hindi.
Fiang. Si F. Yang nga.
Oo nga.
Ba't Fiani?
Fiani. Yung tawag sa kanya ng mga fans niya. Basta yun. So, that's just a little insight into what your co-hosts are doing in their personal life.
And siguro sa mga next episodes, mas mag-o-open up kami doon. Oo, alam niyo na yung mga hinanakit namin, gano'n, yung mga charing. Pero, ayun. So, mag-icebreaker tayo.
Ha? Ang dami na nangyari. Ang dami na pag-usapan. Tapos may icebreaker pa pala.
Parang hindi naman tayo magkakilala. Pero, ayun.
Para sa ating viewers nga.
Oo. So, let's have a icebreaker. Okay, loves. I wanna ask you, mahal mo ba ako? Alam ko naman yung sagot doon. So, ito na tinagay tanong. So, when was the first time you heard about HIV? And how did you feel about it?
Okay. Ako personally, ang mga na-encounter ko about HIV is yung mga show sa TV, kunwari sa MMK, ganun. Parang kasi di ba minsan nagpapakita sila ng kwento about people with HIV. Tapos, hindi ko naman pinapanood lahat. Parang glimpses lang ng nakikita ko from my relatives. Pero may episode kasi na parang about HIV survivor or in what other way they put it. Parang yung scenario niya is, alam mo yung mukha silang kawawa, yung parang sobrang sakitin nila, as in like, hindi sila maka-complete ng sentence na hindi umuubo. As in like, ganun kalala talaga. I forgot if HIV or AIDS yung parang pinaka-focus nila, pero it's under the same umbrella na ganun yung tone ng kwento nila. Yung parang, it's the end of your life. I mean, syempre, meron naman good ending to the story, pero alam mong ganun yung pinaka-route na gustong kunin ng media or television with regards to telling stories about HIV and AIDS.
And, kailan mo ba to napanood like in your life? Like nung bata ka pa talaga? Ganun?
I think siguro mga teenagers na ako nito. So, meron naman akong awareness to some degree about sa mga sakit, ganun. Pero with regards to HIV mismo, parang hindi ko alam kung saan siya nanggagaling or ano yung pinanggagalingan niya. Ano nga ba yung mga causes or kung saan siya nag-originate.
No, kasi when you said na parang during that time and how like they depict yung sa mga stories nga na inuubo, ganun. Which is true naman. In like severe cases, ganun talaga siya. But I guess, that was a different time. Oo.
Kasi given I think mga around 2010s pa siya. So, it really is a different landscape at that time.
Man, kung tatanungin mo ako, kung when was the first time na I've heard of HIV, siguro it was from this one show, called mga Batang Paws or Batang Paws.
Ito ba yung nandun si Aura Brigada?
Yes. Isa siya sa mga stars doon stars. Pero like, yung isa sa mga bida doon. Oo. Siya, like, 4 na characters sila. And then, yung 4 na yun, they're from different backgrounds, ganyan. And, from what I remember, unfortunately, like, all 4 of them were positive sa HIV. And then doon lang naman sa show, it explained or it showed how they contracted yung virus. And
parang iba naman yung means ng pagka-contract nila. Because given the different backgrounds nga sila, parang may iba-ibang ways na nagkaroon sila. Ganun ba yun?
Oo. Pero, from what I remember then, most of them actually contracted it through sexual interactions. Oo. So, more on that later kung we'll talk more about yung mga ganyan transmissions later.
Parang masasabi natin from both of our experience, ang media talaga yung pinaka-first look natin into
Yes.
HIV and this
Oo.
type of information,
Totoo.
diba?
Totoo na media lang kasi ako personally,
Mhm.
never ko siyang narinig sa mga friends ko, sa mga family
Family
members ko, and
members.
lalo na sa school.
So parang in line din siya with the sense that itong ganitong topic, nagiging tabu nga siya sa Philippines na yung tipong
Oo.
relatives mo hindi nga kayang ikwento yung mga ganitong bagay sa'yo, diba?
Yes.
Tapos,
Oo.
parang in a more public sense siguro, given na, diba, advertising student ka, wala ka masyadong nakikitang ads around the Philippines na about HIV and AIDS, diba? Like, wala ka namang makikita malaking billboard, diba?
Oo, wala. But, yun nga, yung pagdating sa media, ganun.
Mhm.
Isa sa mga nakikita kong mga ads are from our organization, which
Love
is Love
yourselves.
Yourself. Sila, lalo na nung actually, nung Miss Universe. Si Miss
Right.
Pia
Words
Wurtzbach.
back.
Ano nga sabi niya? Parang, basta na-mention niya sa sagot niya na gagamitin daw niya yung parang platform niya to raise awareness in such causes like HIV awareness, which is timely relevant in our country today.
Which is the
Parang ganon,
Philippines.
basta yun yung sinasabi niya. Pero, ayun, at that time, pagkaalam ko kasi, si Pia, ano na siya noon, advocate na, and parang pagkaalam ko, ambassador na din siya sa Love Yourself at that time. So, ayun, sa media talaga yung mga pinakaunang naringgan ko of this term.
Saka parang sobrang empowering and in a way revolutionary din. Kasi 'di ba parang ang Miss Universe parang national or international stage siya. So parang to bring out this sort of awareness on an international platform is really some way in which we can bring awareness sa ganitong mga causes or mga ganitong cases ng Philippines in a worldwide stage.
Totoo. So, ayun. And we just hope that in this time and age, hindi lang sa media maririnig yung mga gantong usapan. Well, technically, media naman tong ginagawa natin. But like, hopefully, mapapag-usapan din siya in other settings like sa school, sa mga friends, ganun. Hindi na siya maging yung parang nagbubulungan, ganun, pinagbubulungan.
Taboo topic.
Oo. So, ayun lang naman. Oo.
So, with all of that being said, why don't we get into the nitty-gritty? Nitty-gritty sa mga how can we approach HIV 101, diba? So, ano nga bang una dapat natin malaman? Which is, what is HIV na naman? In the first place, so what does HIV stand for?
So, HIV stands for the Human she said, what? HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. This is a virus that attacks the immune system, weakening the body's ability to fight infections. So, yun nga, ang HIV, isa po siyang virus na nag-a-attack sa CD4 cells or tinatawag na T cells. Ito yung mga white blood cells natin that inaatake ng HIV mismo. And yung mga white blood cells natin, as like what we know, kahit hindi ako science talaga, ito yung mga kailangan natin para mag-defend sa katawan natin, diba? Sa mga
given naman na naaral natin ito nung elementary, yung circulatory system, may mga red blood cell, white blood cell, mga ganong kasing bagay.
Sabi, ako nga bagsak hindi ako bagsak sa science, pero like mababa lang ako.
Mga ganong types of topics sa science, diba? Alam naman natin ng white blood cell. So parang nako-contextualize lang siya in the sense na HIV and AIDS na yung napapag-usapan natin. So speaking of AIDS, ang AIDS naman ay acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Tapos, kumbaga ito yung parang advanced stage ng HIV or for a lack of better term, parang upgraded. Parang ito na yung pinakamalalang stage wherein your immune system parang sobrang damaged na siya. Tapos very compromised yung katawan mo with getting or not getting or acquiring mga sickness or parang very vulnerable na yung state mo.
Kumbaga parang sobrang bugbog na ng katawan mo, gano'n. So like, just to reiterate kung anong nasabi, ang HIV, the first, yung parang first stage niya is, sa tao, is contracting HIV, And then if the HIV or if the virus is not getting treated, is not getting the treatment that it needs, it can progress to AIDS,
Lumalala
which
siya.
is a very dangerous stage. Yun nga. Kasi nga, na talaga na medyo bugbog na talaga ang katawan. Oo.
So parang at this point ba, masasabi mong mahirap na agapan yung AIDS?
Alam mo, hindi.
Hindi.
Hindi. And we're gonna get to that later.
Mhm.
Pero to answer his question, hindi.
Alright.
Like, kaya siyang agapan agad.
Mhm.
Tama naman yung
Agapan. Tama naman.
Oo. Ayun.
So parang with relation nga to HIV and AIDS and yung parang progression stage nila, ano naman ang viral load?
Ang viral load naman, it's basically the amount of HIV in the blood.
Mhm.
So, meaning nun, a low or undetectable viral load means better health and no transmission risk.
Mhm.
Like what I said kanina, kung na-treat mo yung HIV
HIV.
in an early stage pa lang, na medyo, para ba, for a lack of a better term din, parang baby pa lang siya, gano'n.
Mhm.
Kapag na-actionan mo na siya, and if your viral load goes low to a certain amount,
Mhm.
it can you can be considered, or it can be considered as undetectable viral load,
Mhm.
'di ba? And actually, may term 'yon.
Mhm.
Yung pag sinabi mo undetectable viral load, it means yung sinasabi nga nila, U equals U. It means undetectable equals untransmittable. Ibig sabihin nun, kapag na-suppress mo na yung viral load mo, and napatingin mo na sa mga doctors and they say na undetectable na siya, ibig sabihin, the person who has HIV cannot transmit HIV to another person. But, again, that doesn't mean na wala siyang HIV.
May HIV pa rin sila.
It's still there,
Mhm.
but let's just say parang natutulog siya. Ganon.
Hibernation.
Oo, hibernation na dapat sobrang hibernate. Kasi kailangan mo siyang anuhin talaga. Patutulugin mo siya in a sense.
Babantayin mo talaga siya.
Oo, babantayin mo talaga siya para nandun lang siya in that low level of the viral load. Oo.
Mhm. Right.
So, meron din tayong tinatawag na key populations.
Mhm. Ano to? Mga
Actually,
groups of people ba to?
Yes, actually, sa mga ganito, we have, according to research, we have groups at higher risk of HIV,
Mhm.
which includes men who have sex with men, or MSM, sex workers, and transgender individuals, and people who inject drugs. Yung mga key populations. And like, usually, ito yung mga taong na-associate with HIV, which is something which adds to the stigma nga. Oo. And dapat hindi na talaga. But just for the sake of the research and, we have to mention that. Oo. So, ayun. Those are just some basic terminologies when it comes to HIV. But now, let's go to HIV transmission.
So, paano nga ba nagkakaroon, or paano ka ba nagkaka-contract ng HIV in the first place?
So, ang HIV transmission is the spread of HIV from one person to another through specific body fluids like blood, semen, vaginal fluids, rectal fluids, and breast milk. Again, let's just do it one by one again, just for the sake, para alam nyo ulit. Through specific body fluids like blood, semen, vaginal fluids, rectal fluids, and breast milk.
So, parang itong 5 body fluids lang ba yung nakakahawa ng HIV?
Yes, exactly. Ito lang talaga yung kung saan ang HIV pwedeng pumunta, and then if it goes into the body of another person, like inside the body, like through your bloodstream or basta inside, doon ka pwedeng mag-transmit ng HIV.
So, in relation to that, hindi ba considered ang saliva or sweat or urine, hindi ba sila makakatransmit ng HIV?
No. That's a
Mm.
great question kasi isa din yun sa mga
Misconception.
misconception sa HIV. Again, hindi natatransmit ang HIV sa saliva, sa sweat, sa urine. Oo, hindi siya natatransmit in that way. So, ayun nga. So, sexual transmission is the most common way HIV spreads through unprotected vaginal, anal, or oral sex with an HIV positive person. So, etong mga sexual transmission, isa to sa mga reasons, pinaka-reason kung paano nagtra-transmit yung HIV. Kadalasan sa mga cases, ito yon kung
Mga sexual relations talaga.
sa mga sexual relations ng mga tao. So, yun nga, just to clarify things, like what I've said kanina, yung mga vaginal fluids, yung mga semen, once it enters your body, doon na-transmit yung HIV.
Yan nagsistart.
Oo. Lalo na kunyari, let's say may open wound ka. Tapos nun, yung semen, blood, or vaginal fluids
May HIV yung fluids.
Oo, yung fluids na yun. And then napunta doon sa open wound, may high possibility na magkaroon or matransmit yung HIV.
So parang pinaka-exposed wounds din yung potential way.
Yes, oo. So, ayun.
So kanina may na-mention ka din na body fluid which is breast milk. So paano ba siya natatransmit or paano ba natatransmit ang HIV in that regard?
In that naman, sa ganong usapan, isa sa mga ways kung paano mag-transmit yung HIV is through mother-to-child transmission. Hindi ibig sabihin na mother-to-child na parang binibigay niya yung HIV sa isang batang walang may HIV. Ang meaning lang nito, well, actually, pwede din, but like, ang meaning lang nito is like, in birth, if a mother who is HIV positive can birth a child
na may
HIV din.
So parang it starts at pregnancy din?
Oo. Like what it says here, when an HIV positive parent passes the virus to their baby during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. So, ayun.
So parang bata pa lang may HIV ka na kasi na-contract mo from your mother during
yes, but that is possible. Oo. But based on sa research, medyo bihira lang din mangyari yun. But in other countries, it does happen. Oo. So the next one naman is needle sharing. Using contaminated needles or syringes for, let's say, drugs, tattoos, or piercings can spread HIV through blood contact. So, kunyari, magpapatattoo ka, gano'n. Lalo na sa mga tattoo. Di ba kasi pag sa tattoo, nagpipierce sa skin. Kapag yung tattoo artist, hindi siya maingat at hindi niya pinalitan yung karayom na ginamit doon. Kunyari, ginawan niya yung isang tao na may HIV, unknowingly may HIV. Gawa siya. Tapos ginamit yung same needle doon sa isang person. There's a possibility na mag-transmit yung HIV in that way. So, again, sa mga tattoo artists natin there, or whoever's using mga syringes in other ways, please be mindful and be careful sa mga ganon.
So, parang sa ganitong klaseng establishment, important talaga yung safety protocols nila sa pag-sanitize. And hindi naman porket na HIV usapan, parang dapat ganon na. Even with people without HIV, parang kailangan sanitize pa rin yung mga equipment mo, mga tools with regards to tattoo art. And pati naman sa mga hospital. Kaya diba, lagi silang gumagamit ng new syringe per patient.
Oo. Ganon. Tapos nun, we also have blood transfusion. In some cases, receiving HIV-contaminated blood or organ transplants can transmit the virus through modern screening. Though, modern screening makes this very rare. So, basically, yun nga. Same thing Kapag, kunyari, nag-donate ka ng blood, if a person who has HIV donates blood to another person, that's a very high possibility of transmitting the virus to that other person.
So, parang na-mention nga kanina, diba, na needles and itong blood transfusion nasa hospital din. This is more on the patient or customer side. So, parang potential din, diba, ang mga healthcare workers na makontract din ng HIV virus.
Yes, totoo. Actually, I've seen sa Twitter or sa X right now, may isang nag-share ng story niya na he is a person working in the medical field. Pagkalam ko nurse siya. And syempre, as nurses, naghahawak, pagkalam ko, or medtech siguro, naghahawak siya ng mga karayom, ganon, syringes. And then parang one time na lang daw, nagkasakit siya. Oo, parang nagkasakit siya, like malala, and then nagpa-check siya, it turns out he was HIV positive. But he said that never naman siya nag-engage sa mga sexual or mga sexual relations. And he believes that he actually got it from work. Oo. So, syempre, dapat ingat-ingat din sa mga ganon.
So, parang all of this said, parang it kind of breaks down the stigma or misconception na through sexual relations lang talaga nakakontract ang HIV. Kasi may mga other ways talaga.
Totoo.
Basta it revolves around yung mga bodily fluids like blood. Like pati sa pag-tattoo pa lang or sa pagpunta mo lang sa hospital, parang you could potentially be at risk of contracting HIV. So parang it's important for these establishments nga na parang maging safe sila lagi sa mga procedures nila para lang maging safe parehas ang customer or yung mga patients pala tapos yung mga healthcare workers na din.
Oo, totoo. So, with that, now na napag-usapan na natin yung transmissions, let's talk about naman yung pinakamalaga, which is HIV prevention. Oo. So, let's discuss yung mga general terms then when it comes to prevention. So number one, we have, which is actually the number one, I would say, number one pinaka-effective way of battling HIV, which is actually already embedded. Tama ba embedded? Oh, basta yun. In the name of this podcast, which is PrEP.
Integrated.
Integrated ba?
Parang ganun na din yan.
Embedded.
Integrated. So, ano nga ba ang PrEP? So, what does PrEP stand for? It is called the pre-exposure prophylaxis. Tama ba?
Yes, prophylaxis.
So, itong pill na to ay parang tinitake mo para ma-prevent yung HIV infection and parang ma-reduce rin yung risk. Tama ba yun?
Yes, tama. Very tama yun. Sabi daw, actually, it claims to prevent HIV 99%. Wow. Tinalo niya ang safeguard.
Parang alcohol lang pala siya.
Oo. Wow. So, parang it's this blue pill. Actually, we have it right here. Can you get it, please?
Alin dito yun? Ito ba yun?
Yes. And they're actually both
PrEP.
But,
okay.
Ito siya, guys. Ito yung PrEP bottle. I don't think kita siya from that angle. Pero, actually, yung isa kasi yung bukas. But
Ito.
Ito yung PrEP, guys. So, is this small container. Actually, para siyang nalagyanan din ng vitamins. Kung alam niyo yung Centro. Parang ganun yung nalagyan niya. So, sa isang bote, actually, merong 30 na pieces nito. And ito siya. Ito. I'm sorry, hindi ko alam kung kita siya dyan. Pero, is this blue pill that you take once per day. Actually, meron siyang iba't ibang method. There's a 2-1-1 method. Meaning na parang you take 2 of these and then one after the day, you took yung dalawa and then another one. Parang ganun. Kaya siya 2-1-1.
Parang ito yung pinaka-dosage niya?
Oo, parang gano'n. Per day. Gano'n. Tapos meron din naman yung ginagawa ng karamihan ng tao, which is yung daily. So you just intake it daily. Although, a quick disclaimer, some people may experience some side effects such as nausea or vomiting, ganon. Minsan may narinig akong sumasakit yung tiyan. Pero it depends, or sumasakit yung ulo, ganon. So parang iba-iba din yung effect niya. But actually, when I tried it, Dobbs, before, nung hindi pa tayo,
Wala
wala
naman
naman siyang effect
side
sa akin.
effects.
Oo. Pero like, I have some friends na yun nga, may mga side effects.
So parang
Ganon.
given nga na may side effects to, important pa rin na makapag-consult ka with mga nakakaalam.
Yes, which is yung mga counselors natin sa organization mismo. So, sa mga testing hubs ng Love Yourself.
So parang sila muna yung magpa-prescribe if you're fit to take PrEP.
Yes.
Tama.
Actually, ang process nito is you actually get an HIV test first, and then if you go negative, you're eligible to enroll into their program, their PrEP program. So, you can learn more about this sa mga website natin sa Love Yourself. And there's a lot more in the internet na you can easily access.
Sobrang accessible naman ng mga resources natin. So, ayun, given na meron tayong PrEP, meron din akong naririnig na PEP. Tama ba yun? Ito, hindi ako gaano alam kung ano yung PEP. So,
ang
ano nga ba?
PEP, it's basically the same as this. Pero kasi this one, we say pre-exposure prophylaxis. Pre means before.
Before pa.
Oo. So, you intake it, and then when you go out and engage into any activities of some sort, it's gonna protect you. Ang post naman is after you engage in those activities, if you feel like the person you've engaged with these activities have some sort of symptoms or nagsabi siya na biglang na they are HIV
May
positive.
sign sila, gano'n.
Yeah, may ganon. Or if they explicitly say na they are HIV positive, you can take PEP, which is the post-exposure prophylaxis. So, yun nga, parang in a sense, it's a emergency medication taken within 72 hours after possible HIV exposure to prevent yung infection na to.
So, ang PrEP, kasi sabi mo ang PrEP, diba? Parang you can take it like 2 days and then 1 day after and then another day after. Etong PrEP ba, parang safety measure pill na lang ba siya?
In a sense, yes. Pero kapag nagganto ka naman, kapag nag-PrEP ka, you're, parang you don't have to take the PEP na. Oo. So, parang for emergencies lang talaga siya.
So, ang PrEP yung pwede mong, for lack of a better term, araw-arawin siya.
Oo.
Tapos
Actually, yun talaga dapat.
Ooh.
Kung if you are sexually active, it's better talaga to take PrEP.
Take it every day.
Oo.
Alright.
Tsaka kasi guys, I forgot to mention, ang PrEP sa atin is actually free. It's actually free. So, you just have to really go to our organizations, mga testing hubs to get your free PrEP. So, ayun. And who doesn't want anything na
Free?
Tama ba? Who doesn't want?
Tama.
Oo, na free, diba? So, it's really easy, guys. So, ayun, mag-enroll na kayo sa...
na kailangan i-take to ensure na eligible ka. Tapos, ayun, free na.
Safe ka na. You just have to show up. Basta, ayun. Guess yun na yun. So, ang next natin is actually ART, which is actually stands for antiretroviral therapy. A lifelong treatment using HIV medications to suppress the virus and keep the immune system strong. Like what I've said nga, we have yung mga viral loads, diba? And this medication, which is yung ART, is a way to suppress yung viral load na yun. So, ito yung gamot for people who are already who are HIV positive. Oo. So, ito talaga yung kailangan nilang i-enroll na program. Hindi na tong PrEP or yung PEP. Kailangan na yung ART. And it's the same mechanics. You actually have to take this 1 pill per day. It's just 1 pill per day para masuppress yung viral load mo for you to become undetectable.
So, di ba kanina parang may sinabi tayo na kailangan patulugin or ipa-hibernate yung HIV. So, ito yung kailangan mong i-take para mapatulog. Tama ba?
Yes, in that sense. Oo, parang ganun siya.
Gets.
And then, last, dun sa mga preventions that we can take ito din, isa din to sa pinaka-effective actually,
Mhm.
which is our HIV testing
Testing.
kits.
Ooh.
Oo. In Love Yourself, we have rapid tests.
Rapid test.
Kung if you are aware, and I think everyone's aware naman of yung mga COVID test
COVID test na
kits.
nakabox.
Oo.
Ito ba yung nasa harap? Yung mga testing kits.
Ito kasi, this is in HIV self-testing kit.
Ooh.
Yung doon naman sa mga hubs natin,
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, medyo sinasinus ang gay. Sa mga hubs natin, ano naman siya? Parang what they do is actually, they just have to prick your finger,
Mhm.
a small prick, para for them to get a small drop of blood.
Blood.
And then they put it doon sa mga, parang yung testing kits
Testing
mismo, like yung sa COVID testing kits nga.
Mhm.
And then, you literally just have to wait 15 to 20 minutes and then you
Mm.
get your result na.
So,
It's that
mabilis lang
fast.
siya.
Yes, it's really that fast.
I see.
50 to 20 minutes lang, guys. Actually, in my experience, parang mas mabilis pa nga. I mean, like,
Mhm.
mabilis lang yung 50 to 20 minutes na yun.
Parang lumipas lang yung oras.
Parang hindi nga oras, minuto lang, or
Minuto.
segundo. Parang
Wow.
gano'n. Pero like kasi, yung iba naman, nagpapatest pa sila sa mga hospitals nga na sinasabi nila. And pwede naman yun. But from what I also know, yung mga ganon, it takes money. A little longer. And syempre, kailangan mo magbayad. Pero yung HIV testing kits natin sa Love Yourself, it's totally free. Free, guys. As in free. Wala ka talagang babayaran. You just have to show up, tell what you need, and then our staffs and volunteers will assist you. And there you go. You already have your HIV status. Ganon. And yun nga sinasabi nila, once you have your status, that's where you become empowered. Because your status is your power.
Ooh, ganda naman pakinggan.
Oo.
Para may empowerment ka. How do you feel? Empowered?
Grabe naman ang RuPaul's Drag Race reference.
Pero dito nga, meron tayong mga self-testing kits. Ano naman pinagkaiba nito sa mga kits na tinitake mo sa centers? Is there a difference in the
Actually, no. They're actually the same. Yung mga HIV self-testing kits lang, they're actually for people who, siguro let's say, don't have the time yet to go to our testing hubs, or those people who, let's say, are not comfortable yet to go sa mga testing hubs. Sa mga ganon, don't fret kasi we have these HIV testing kits na you can also order online.
Oh.
Very easy lang. Pero ang kailangan mo lang bayaran is yung delivery fee. Oo, yung shipping fee. So, by that, just go to Love Yourself, search mo lang yung self-testing kits, and then lalabas na din talaga siya.
Parang ma-order ka na lang.
Oo, mag-order ka lang talaga. Para siyang automated, mga bots ba tawag doon? Basta automated siya.
Automated
messages na you just have to fill up some forms, gano'n. And guys, all of this, very confidential. Walang lalabas na information. Basta, confidential to lahat.
Parang it's
so you don't
between
have to
you
worry
and
about that.
The robot.
Ha?
It's between you and the robot lang.
Oo, para gano'n. So, ayun. Na-discuss ko na din naman yung undetectable means untransmittable, U is equals U. And then, of course, we have what we say disclosure. As people, as citizens, ganon. As a person, I believe that we all have the responsibility to disclose our status to, let's say, our sexual partners, ganon. Lalo na sa mga sexual partners. Kasi syempre, trust yan Trust yan sa both person, di ba?
Kasi parang as much as there is a lot of ways to prevent or even, parang hindi na gaano ka big threat yung HIV sa atin. Parang it's still, ayun nga, responsibility for us to be safe in our encounters with people. And parang hindi na rin mapalaganap pa yung pag-spread ng HIV.
Oo. So, yan nga. You just really have to know your status. And then, just be responsible with your status then.
Yun yung importante. Maging responsible ka sa mga actions mo. I mean, in general naman, sobrang applicable nito. Pero in this regard na, with regards to HIV and AIDS, parang it's important na, ayun nga, alamin mo yung status mo. And with that said, parang alam mo na status mo, maging responsible ka with what you've learned about your status.
Yes. So, ayun. I think those naman generally are the things that people can do and people can take to take action against HIV and
Mga preventative measures. And so with all of that said, given the mga different information that we've learned about HIV and as well as the preventative measures, parang how do we contextualize this na in the sense of the queer community or the LGBTQ plus community? So nasabi nga natin kanina na parang yung mga key populations, di ba, involved sila. And parang nagiging part na din to ng stigma in a sense na parang with queer people, some people na siguro may homophobic intentions, parang sila automatically na nata-target nun. So parang with all of these said, we can learn na the queer community isn't solely the quote-unquote victims of HIV. Parang kung sino man pwedeng magkaroon ng HIV. So, other than that, ano nga bang other misconceptions
actually, I
natin?
just want to add, the reason as to why ang HIV sobrang na-associate siya sa mga part ng LGBT community is actually during the AIDS epidemic.
Oh, this is
and I think you would know this then. Yes, mga 70s, 80s, ganon. During those times. Kasi, if you, I think naman na, alam mo yung Pose, diba?
Oh, I love Pose.
So then you should know about this.
Alam ko naman. What?
Okay. So, ayun nga. So, like, kung the reason why, kasi, at that time, madami daw kasing, actually, yung population talaga ng men to men na community na nag-engage sa sexual activity, sila talaga yung sinasabi nagkakalat at that time. Kaya parang hanggang ngayon, or parang, hanggang ngayon, yun na yung parang naging running theme when it comes to, sabi ng HIV. But though again, like what you said, dapat maintindihan din ng mga tao na hindi lang sa LGBT community nagkakaroon or napapahamak yung mga tao when it comes to HIV. Kasi even straight people actually can actually transmit HIV, 'di ba? Actually kahit sino naman talaga.
But there's nga nakaka-transmit sa kanilang anak na during childbirth pa. So parang it's really a maybe diverse range of people that can contract HIV. So ayun nga, ang alam ko naman about HIV kasi sa Pose, para lang sa ating viewers, just for their awareness, parang this really covers the time of the 70s to the 80s about the AIDS epidemic and how much this affected society and how they view queer people. Parang sinasabi nga nila gay virus daw yun. And parang this is a way in which God punishes the gay people na bading ka, nagkasakit ka dahil ka dyan. So parang it's really a negative way to look at how the sickness affects certain groups of people. Diba?
And yun nga, that shouldn't be the case.
Right. So, given that misconception about HIV, ano nga bang other misconceptions natin about HIV? So, here we have a list of misconceptions.
Okay.
So, ang una, HIV can be transmitted through casual contact.
Which is wrong kasi like what we've mentioned nga nung una, there are only some fluids na yun yung daan ng HIV papunta doon sa or kung paano siya natatransmit. Pero like kapag, let's say, a person hugging, actually isa dun yung sa mga misconceptions. Kapag daw nagka-hug or nagta-touch, yun nga, like casual
physical contact.
Oo.
Shaking hands,
kissing sa cheek. No, that's a wrong conception about HIV, which is kaya misconception nga siya. Hindi siya natatransmit sa ganong pamamaraan.
Right. Tapos, another misconception is, you can tell if someone has HIV just by looking at them.
Ikaw, what do you think about that?
Parang, ito kasi, it's I mean, obviously, it's wrong. Kasi, alam mo naman na HIV is not, siguro for me, it's not a visual virus. Or parang, wala kang makikitang physical agad in someone that has HIV. Kaya parang minsan,
Although, sorry, pero like, just to say, when there are symptoms,
there
like
are
yung mga
symptoms naman.
rashes, ganon, na na parang parang medyo sobrang tied up siya sa HIV ganon. But then again, that's very
not
wrong.
all.
It's very wrong then to assume just because kunyari someone has those kinds of rashes, ay may HIV. No, we shouldn't do that talaga.
So parang in the same way that we shouldn't assume that kunwari may symptoms sila, HIV positive sila, we cannot automatically look at someone and say na, oh, you have signs of HIV or something like that because hindi naman siya detectable from the eyes, diba? Parang may mga ibang sakit din na hindi mo agad makakita. Like diabetes, ganun. Or like sometimes may mga disabilities or mental health problems. Hindi mo naman agad makikita sa mga tao. So parang in the same sense, HIV cannot be quote-unquote seen in someone.
Yes.
Alright. So siguro from our misconception list, ito yung last na i-mention ko. HIV can be cured. Is this right or wrong?
Actually, right now, there is no cure.
No cure.
There is no cure to HIV. But what we have right now is yung mga na-mention nga namin kanina, yung mga preventive measures.
Yung mga ART,
yung mga
PrEP.
ART, PrEP, ganyan. And that's the best chance we have in fighting this virus. Kasi, yun nga, there is no cure. But I do believe na someday there will be. And right now, there's like new sciences and technologies na, di ba, we have PrEP. Ngayon, there's actually yung ini-inject na lang mismo sa katawan ng isang tao. And from what I've seen, sabi parang you literally just have to inject it twice a year. So parang
twice a year.
Yeah, so parang for 6 months siya and then another 6 months. So you don't have to take this pa. Pero pagkalam ko, it's like dine-develop pa siya but may ganun nang nangyayari ngayon.
Right. So parang in that sense, important talaga na we keep the conversation of HIV and AIDS very alive and going para mapunta din to in the spaces of science and the government.
Yes.
Para mapondohan yung mga ganitong klaseng technology to really support the people living with HIV and AIDS.
Yes,
right?
Totoo. So, ayun. So, honestly, there's a lot of misconceptions.
There's so much more misconceptions.
Those are just some that
pinaka-common siguro.
So, with that, let's answer naman some questions from our viewers. They submitted this through our nagpa-poll kasi Paul, hindi Paul. Question box. So, number 1, how is HIV transmitted and what are the real risks of getting it? So, just to reiterate of kung ano na yung mga napag-usapan kanina. We have HIV can be transmitted through blood, semen, vaginal fluids, rectal fluids, and breast milk. If that only goes into your system. That's the only way HIV can be transmitted. It cannot be transmitted through saliva or physical contact. How soon after Number 2, how soon after exposure should I get tested for HIV? So actually, we forgot to mention this a while ago when talking about HIV
and
testing.
Self-testing.
But usually, ang time period na binibigay or kailangan is after 3 months of your last sexual encounter. So parang you have, kunyari, you have a sexual encounter today. You have to wait another 3 months to get yourself tested. And then, doon lang masasabi na accurate yung result.
Parang hindi pwedeng
hindi siya
agad-agad.
Hindi siya agad-agad. Kasi ang HIV, once it goes into your bloodstream, it will take let's say a long time kasi 3 months nga siya before siya fully nandoon. But actually, and I've already tried it actually. There are some clinics here in Manila, specifically in Makati, who actually have rapid test din ng HIV. But pagkaalam ko, and I'm sorry, please correct me if I'm wrong, pero like parang fourth gen HIV testing kit siya. Ang ibig sabihin ng nun is it can detect if you have HIV earlier. So instead of 3 months, it can detect it at most 20, pagkaalam ko, I'm sorry again if it's wrong, 26, at most 26 days. Basta a month, madidetect na niya agad if you are HIV positive or not.
Pero is this a more accurate source?
It's accurate then. It is an accurate source then. But, ang catch lang dito, may bayad. Oo, hindi siya free like yung mga test kits that we have right now.
For 3 months.
Oo. So, yun. And just to be sure, di ba, we have 3 months, you can come back again another 3 months. So, parang 6 months. That would be super accurate na din
so,
sa
parang
results.
yung mga regular doctor's consultation mo na din to.
Oo, parang ganun. Okay, number 3. Can I have a healthy relationship with someone who is HIV positive? I'll let you answer this question.
Para sa akin, oo naman. Because na-mention nga natin kanina yun, mga ways in which you can like reduce your viral load or parang yung U equals U, yung undetectable equals untransmissible. Because ang concern talaga with people na living or with partners living with HIV is parang porket may HIV, hindi na pwede magkaroon ng sexual relations kasi baka may potential of transmission. Pero ang ayun nga, given that there are ways to mitigate or reduce yung parang viral load mo or mababa to an untransmissible point, parang people can still engage in those types of relations and have a regular, healthy relationship with someone with HIV.
Very well said.
Wow!
Kasi totoo naman. Kasi yun nga, kapag yun nga, going back, U equals U, being undetectable means untransmittable. So, you know, even a person living with HIV, kapag napunta na yung status niya sa ganun, na undetectable na yung load, they can live a long life. Actually, sinabi na din yun na ang lifespan ng isang tao with HIV is the same as a regular person.
As someone
na wala. Sorry, hindi regular na person kasi. But like, as someone na walang may HIV. We have drag icons actually like Ong Jaina na from she was the first drag queen in national television to openly
talk about her status.
Oo. So parang ayun, yung mga ganung mga moments of empowerment na saying that people with HIV can live a long and healthy life. Talaga, honestly, ang pinagkaiba lang daw, and this is what my counselor also said to me, ang pinagkaiba lang talaga ng a person with HIV and a person who doesn't is that the person with HIV just takes 1 pill per day. And that's it. If you take that pill per day, you're good. You're good to go. You're good. You don't have to worry about anything.
There's almost no difference. It's just, kumbaga, there's a difference in lifestyle lang. Parang may, kunwari, people with HIV, they just have to take an extra step to reduce their...
Or parang to retain their health. Parang ganon. Para maging healthy lang sila.
So parang they're not much different from other people without HIV.
Yes.
So there's no point in really stigmatizing these types of people.
Yes,
or parang hindi naman sila ganun kaawa-awa na parang when you look at them, they're automatically viewed as on a negative light, diba? Parang there's always hope with regards to HIV. Because may mga measures naman tayo na pwedeng ma-prevent and there's new technologies that's always coming out.
Yes. For number 4, what are PrEP and PEP and how do they help prevent HIV? Like what we mentioned nga, PrEP is for pre-exposure prophylaxis and PEP is for post-exposure prophylaxis. So you take PrEP before the encounter and then PEP after the encounter. And they are proven to be 99% effective against the virus.
Right.
So, yun. Number 5, and the last question, can people with HIV live long and healthy lives with treatment? Just like what I've said literally kanina lang, the answer is yes. Kasi with proper treatment, if it's treated agad with proper treatment, kaya mo siyang agapan. Ibig sabihin, you're taking charge of your own health and you're empowering yourself. You are loving yourself. Love yourself. Diba? So, ayun, just comply with the regular HIV testing kits, ganyan. Take PEP when needed, and then also take ART when needed. Diba? So, those are just the ways na, para people can live a long and healthy life.
Alright. So with all of that said, parang mag-ano lang tayo, quick recap of what we've discussed for this episode. So, syempre nag-start tayo with yung mga basic terminologies lang. What is HIV? What is AIDS? And what are other relevant terminologies in under the same discussion,
Yes.
diba?
And then we also discussed yung mga HIV transmission. We made clear kung ano yung or kung paano natatransmit talaga yung HIV through the body fluids, and yun nga, hindi siya natatransmit sa sweat or sa physical contact, ganon. And then we also talked about the important thing, which is yung HIV prevention, PrEP, PEP, ART, and HIV testing. HIV testing kits, like the ones we have there. And then we've also talked about yung mga misconceptions, and yun nga, dinibunk din natin yung mga misconceptions na yun. And then we talked about yung mga questions.
Quick questions.
So if you have any other questions that you would want to ask, feel free to send a message or answer yung mga question box namin sa mga stories.
And aside from that, aside from us mga hosts, meron din tayong syempre mga centers like Love Yourself, where you can get information firsthand from yung mga counselors, tama ba? Or mga workers doon. And aside from that, you can also get tested doon na mismo. Kasi as mentioned nga kanina, free na nga yung mga services na neto. So, you can take, if you have some time out of your day na you can take to go to these centers and be more aware and be more informed about HIV and AIDS and even get yourself tested.
Totoo. Actually, ito just to bring it up then, ako kasi, I go to Love Yourself Welcome. That's Welcome Rotonda. That's actually the nearest one sa U-Belt. If you're near UST or like FEU and NU, that's a near testing hub. So you can go there. Lahat ng mga staff doon, I would say, are very helpful and very paano ba? Like what's another term for helpful? Parang
nakakatulong.
yung parang
relieving?
Hindi, yung parang friendly, ganon. Accommodating. Ayun. But they are very accommodating, approachable. So, wag kayong matakot, wag kayong mahiya. They're all ears. They're all ears. And parang, yun, they're gonna make you feel like you're welcomed. And you are cared for. Ayun.
And again, on top of that, this is a non-discriminatory zone. Very open sila sa mga ganitong klase discussions and no stigma, of course.
Ayun nga. Like what we're having right now, it's all a safe space. A safe space for everyone to just chill and like talk about stuff. Hindi din naman related sa mga HIV ganyan. So, ayun. Drop by sa mga hubs natin na mga yun. And makichika lang kayo with our counselors.
So, ayun. On top of that, aside from mga centers, of course, follow the Prep Talk podcast because, again, this is just our pilot episode. We'll be having more episodes to follow. So, tune in. Malay mo, may mga special guest tayong i-invite.
Mga special guest. Oo. Diba? So, ayun, just don't forget to follow our social media pages and follow the Love Yourself organization in all social media platforms.
Right.
So, and that's actually all the time we have for
Yun na
our
yun?
very... Oo, yun na yun. Kasi meron pa tayong mga susunod. Oo.
Alright.
And that's all the time we have for this episode. We hope that you guys were able to learn a thing or two. Actually, madami naman tayong na-discuss.
Madami talaga na-discuss.
Oo. And ano naman to, video naman to, pwede nyo naman back and forth, diba? So, ayun. Ayun lang. I hope you guys learned something very informative, something very helpful today na you would really take into heart, diba? And this can actually be your way to bring up with your family and your friends. Alam mo, you can like share this to them to bring up the conversation and to actually help advocate pa for more HIV awareness.
Again, making HIV a more open topic or a more public topic. Kumbaga. It's not a topic that you can keep to yourself na private lang. It's something that you should share to other people for more awareness and information. Ako naman, I enjoyed naman. Like, ako na may onting background siguro on HIV. Parang may mga bago akong natututunan na that I can apply or even share to other people. Ayun. So parang hopefully, ayun din, in the same way that you guys learned a lot more. And hopefully in the following episodes, mas marami kayong matututunan from us. So yeah, I think that's about it.
So, ayun, we had so much fun talking about these things. And I hope you guys did also. So with that, this has been the Prep Talk. So with that, again, I am Ace, your lovely co-host.
And I'm Lawrence.
And this has been the Prep Talk.
Because when we talk, we protect.
Thank you and stay tuned.
Yes, thank you.